Hello students, welcome back to your English session. Hope you all are keeping well. So today I am going to teach you a very beautiful poem written by William Cowper, The Nightingale and the Glowworm. Before we start the poem, let us know the poet. William Cowper was an English poet and hymnodist, one of the most popular poets of his time. Cowper changed the direction of 18th century nature poetry by writing of everyday life and scenes of the English countryside. In many ways, he was one of the forerunner of romantic poetry. The Nightingale and the Glowworm central idea revolves around the virtue of universal brotherhood. The Nightingale and the Glowworm is a beautiful poem by William Cowper that touches the mind of the readers through its powerful message. In this poem, the poet tries to remind us of our divinity and the fact that all humans are brothers who come from the same divine source. The nightingale first views the glowworm and its prey, eager to eat the worm and satiate his hunger. However, the bird releases the worm free, for it realizes that they both draw their life and gifts from the same divine source, and hence are brothers. William Cowper wants humans to follow the same truth that fellow humans, despite all their differences, are brothers. And having come from the same Creator, humans should respect each other's unique gifts instead of fighting amongst each other for dominion. Let us start stanza-wise explanation. A nightingale that all day long had cheered the village with his song, nor yet at eve his note suspended, nor yet when eventide was ended, began to feel, as well he might, the keen demands of appetite. When looking eagerly around, he spied far off upon the ground a something shining in the dark, and knew the glowworm by his spark. So stooping down from hawthorn top, he thought to feed him in his crop. The worm, aware of his intent, harangued him thus right eloquent. The poet says that the nightingale sings all day long and beautifies its surroundings with its melodious voice. At night, the nightingale, who is hungry after singing, hunts down the glowworm as his meal. However, in the end, he loses his prey. The glowworm, being a quick thinker, starts to compliment and praise the songbird. The nightingale listens to the worm with pride and is pleased with the glowworm's sweet words. The glowworm further continues to mention that as the nightingale brightens and makes the day cheerful, the glowworm decorates the night with its light. He says that they both are the creature of God, and they both have their purposes and hence should live in harmony with each other. With his eloquent and smart oration, the glowworm saves himself. Stanza 2. Did you admire my lamp coatie as much as I your minstrelsy? You would abhor to do me wrong as much as I to spoil your song. For it was the self-same power divine taught you to sing and me to shine, that you with music, I with light, might beautify and cheer the night. The songster heard his short oration, and warbling out his approbation, released him, as my story tells, and found a supper somewhere else. The glowworm asks the nightingale if he admires his glowing body that seeps light into the dark surroundings. Fanning the nightingale's pride, the glowworm added that he admired the nightingale's song and would never do anything to deprive the world of the same. Similarly, even the bird should let him free. For just like the nightingale, even the glowworm served an important purpose. The glowworm further added that both he and the nightingale received their unique gifts from the same divine power. It was the same creator that taught the nightingale how to sing and the glowworm how to light up the world, so that they both could make the world beautiful with their talents. The rationale given by the glowworm made sense to the nightingale, and he sang in approval. The bird then released its prey and looked for food elsewhere. So children, hopefully you understood both the stanzas. Now let us have a short poem analysis. Peace and Harmony. Through this poem, William Cowper has championed the virtues of peace and harmony. By giving the anecdote of Nightingale and the glowworm, the poet has shown his readers how it is possible for even a predator and a prey to live harmoniously with each other by recognizing that they come from the same divine source. Similarly, even humans should work towards establishing the same peace in their lives by recognizing that the people they are fighting against are but their brothers. It is only by respecting each other's uniqueness and gifts can one truly enjoy life by reaping the fruits of a harmonious existence. Now let us know about the second, that is divinity. Recognizing the divinity within oneself and in others has been shown as the way forward towards a peaceful, harmonious existence by the poet. Cowper says that once humans realize that they come from the same bountiful source, there won't be any need to fight amongst each other for dominion. For this realization will make humans see each other as equals with their own unique gifts and talents. And once human beings begin to see each other as the offspring of the same divine creator with their unique purposes in life, it will become easy for them to create a peaceful world where everyone lives in harmony, bound together by mutual respect. Let us have a quick glance over the poetic devices used in the poem. So before we start with that, let me tell you that this poem, the complete poem, consists of 38 lines in total, which has been broken down into 4 stanzas. The first stanza has 14 lines, the second 12, the third 8, and the fourth 4 lines. But actually, in our textbook, it has been only extracted. Only 2 stanzas we can see. You can find only 2 stanzas. The rhyme scheme of the poem is AABBCC, has been uniformly followed throughout the poem. Cowper has used personification by giving human attributes to Nightingale and the glowworm. They are shown engaged in a conversation and behaving like human would. Hope I made myself clear. So thank you for watching the video.